No, then, it might sound like something that happens on the shores of Australia, but this week a shark attack in Cornwall made the headlines.
Yes, so just what happened, and should you be worried about going into the sea on your staycation?
Yeah, Dr Scott is live in Penzance. Look at it, beautiful. Good morning, Scott.
Morning.
Good morning, Vernon. Good morning, Rochelle. Good morning, everyone. I'm here at the very beautiful Penzance Harbour, obviously at the tip of Cornwall, one of the really popular spots for British staycationers. Now, when we come here, of course, we all love to put a toe in the water and swim, surf and snorkel. But of course, we are sharing that water with some incredible wildlife, and there's seals, there's incredible fish, but of course, there is sharks, and there has been a report of a shark attack in the last 7 days. The victim was a female. She was on a local snorkeling trip. They were about 15 miles off the coast here of Penzance. She was with a tour that snorkels with blue sharks when she was bitten on the thigh. She was taken to the boat immediately, given first aid, picked up by the Coast Guard and then taken in to Penzance, where she was given first aid treatment, and then, of course, went to a hospital. She was stitched up and then later released. So she will be making a full recovery. It is certainly something that has caused a bit of concern in the local area, and people are now questioning, should we go in the water? Well, the short answer is absolutely yes. This is the first shark attack reported in the UK waters for 175 years, so most people will think that's pretty good odds. But also, sharks are the natural predator of the water, and they're sort of the cleaner. They keep our oceans nice and fresh and healthy. But someone that knows a lot about sharks is our shark expert, Charles Hood. Thank you so much for joining us today. Now, you run specialist basking shark and blue shark tours. You're taking people out into the water to look at these animals firsthand, no cages. So why do you think in this instance this has occurred?
I think, Scott, it's just a case of bad luck. You know, the chance of being bitten by a blue is incredibly small. But there is chum in the water. Okay, you're attracting the sharks to the boat, so there's always that chance, very, very small or it be, of getting bitten.
And so, look, it's a spotting excursion, and so you are encouraging the animals to come close to the boat, and you are using chum to do that. So how actually dangerous is that for the people taking part?
It's not very dangerous at all, as long as you take a few precautions, okay? The best thing to do is to have your divers dressed completely in dark colours, avoid white and shiny things, and also be in control of the people in the water. Maybe putting 2 or 3 in at a time, and that way you can look at the guys in the water and you can look at the sharks and see how they're behaving.
Yeah, so there's a lot of observation that goes on, and it is as well about what people are wearing as well when they're going on these trips, isn't it? Because you don't want to look like a fish, you don't look like part of the prey.
Absolutely. We insist that everybody wears gloves and hoods, because if you've got nice white shiny fingers in the water, then a shark could mistake that for a fish.
Now, I know we can't confirm that it was a blue shark, but obviously it was a blue shark expedition and experience. So what can you tell us about that particular animal and how aggressive they are towards humans, for example?
Blues are pretty chilled out sharks. Usually when they turn up to the boat, it can take hours to get them used to the boat, to get them comfortable, and to get the conditions right for you to go in the water. They're pretty much more scared of you than you are of them, okay? And then it's a matter of just putting tiny bites of fragments of fish in the water just to keep them interested, a bit like feeding a dog a tidbit, you know, a treat every now and again.
Well, it's a great analogy, because a lot of people say with sharks, obviously they don't have hands, they can't grab hold of something. So the way that they sort of taste or feel out their environment is by using their mouth. Do you think that that's what this situation was?
Probably, almost certainly a case of misidentification. But it's unusual because the blues, before they bite, they nearly always nudge. They give you a little nudge to just sort of see what you are, you know. And usually if you're wearing a wetsuit, you know, you're not tasty, and they'll just swim away.
Okay. Well, look, it's something that with regards to safety of snorkeling and swimming, what guidance would you give to people very quickly about being safe in the water?
I mean, the chance of being bitten in the shallows is infinitesimally small. But if you are concerned, wear a wetsuit, a black wetsuit, maybe some gloves and boots, and then you don't really look inviting to the shark if it's swimming by.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, Charles. Look, guys, what I would say is coming from Australia, where we do have a few more shark attacks, but in the world, just to give you some facts, 80 attacks in the year total across the world, of only 5 of which are fatal on average. And yet we take more than 100 million sharks from our oceans every single year, and they're lost to actual fishing, to bycatch, and also the cruel shark fin industry. And also, I found this quite interesting fact that there's 150 human deaths attributed every year worldwide to falling coconuts. So you're more likely to die from being hit on the head from a coconut than you are from being bitten by a shark.
Wow. Dr. Scott, you're going to get in the water?
Absolutely. Look, I've got my boardies in the car. I am going to jump in after this. Once I've been talking to you guys, I'm in that water.
Guy to take his top off, and he is away.
He's there. We're like, he'll be going in, that's for sure.
No!
That's the spirit.
He
There you go. There you go. Well, it's not put our Scott off. There we go.
Absolutely. Let's go back to Penzance. Let's see if he's got his boardies on. Can we do that quickly? There you go. There he is. There he is. Fine figure of a man. Absolute rigatron.
You're making him blush. You're making him blush.
Oh, he loves it. That's what you go to the gym for, isn't it, Dr. Scott? And to maintain a healthy lifestyle, of course.
Of course.